Hi Cross Stitch World, I'm Tracy, the Fresh Coast Stitcher, and today is Friday, January 24th. Thanks for watching, and if you are returning, thanks for coming back to watch more. I really appreciate it, and I love all the interactions that we have, the comments, the likes, all the Instagram stuff. It's all really great, so keep doing it. I love it. I'm just going to warn you ahead of time, it's raining here today and we've had a lot of snow, so it's a mess outside. So all of the animals are in the house and they are all a little bit crazy. You may have just heard the cats, so just bear with me and let's hope they don't knock everything over and cause problems. But so when I checked this morning, I have 216 subscribers now. It's insane. I got 20 new subscribers in the last week. I honestly, just because the number of subscribers I get each week has drastically decreased, I wasn't really sure if I was actually going to meet the 200 subscribers this week, even though I was so close, but met it and exceeded it. So thank you, you guys. I truly appreciate it. And so I'm going to have a giveaway. I'm thinking it's going to be next week. I have to pull things together. I meant to get some stuff together this last week and I just ran out of time. I have some thoughts on some things that I might want to do. My husband started making really cute needle minders, and I think there might actually be one on one of my whips that you'll see when I get that far. But so that might be part of the giveaway, as well as some other things. So just trying to get it all together and figure out what that's going to be. But hopefully it'll be next week, Friday, or you guys will see it on Saturday. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And again, thank you so much. So for those of you that have been watching me for a while, you know that I created some pretty crazy 2020 cross stitch plans, and I had to have coming to Jesus sit down with myself this week, over last weekend and this week, about that. So here's the dealio. I have a tendency to get to like obsess about things sometimes. Like if it's something that I really love, I'm kind of a all in or nothing kind of a girl. So if there's something that I really love and I really enjoy and it becomes very structured, instead of just like a fun thing that I do, sometimes I just really obsess about it. And I was afraid when I started doing these Flosstube videos and started watching you guys more that was going to happen, and it did. So with my rotation, I talked about it a little bit last week, and all of my plans and having to have everything, you know, start things on a certain day and all that kind of thing, it started just to really stress me out, and so I don't want to be stressed out. So and I don't need more pressure. I've got enough pressure on other parts of my life. I don't need pressure on cross stitch. So I am not going to follow my rotation anymore. So that means, I mean, you guys are probably thinking, why do I care? How does this affect me, right? So my videos might not be as long as normal. I mean, in the big scheme of things, compared to other people, my videos are pretty short anyway, but they will probably be even shorter because I won't have 7 whips to show you. It'll be probably much less than that. So so just that. But what I was finding was when I had the rotation and when I make rules or whatever for myself, I always feel like I have to stick to them, even if I don't like the rule. It's a self-imposed rule. It really shouldn't matter. But so if I was working on something that I was really loving and I wanted to keep working on it, at the end of the night when it was time to go to bed, I would put it away and I would be really sad because I knew I wasn't going to touch it again for a while. And I felt like I wasn't really making a lot of progress on things, so I was feeling frustrated. So no more rotation. I'm just going to do what I want. I'll probably set like little mini goals on things when I pick it up to work on it, like I'm going to work on it until I get to this point or something of that sort. But still, if I say I'm going to work on this until I finish this page and I get tired of it, sorry, that was the cat jumping up on the table, and I get tired of it before I'm done, I'm just going to stop and move on to something else. I have to get her off the table because she's going to knock everything over. Kiko, stop it. Do you want to say hi? This is Kiko. She is a pain in the ass, but we love her. So go play. Anyway, so I'm not following the rotation anymore. So we already established that. So the next thing is, so I set all these goals for 2020, all these different things I was going to do, and I'm still going to do them because I really want to stitch all of these things. And somebody said, and I truly agree with it, that we if there's something that you love and you want to, that was the other cat. If there's something that you love and you want to stitch it, you should stitch it. Like, we need to stitch all of the things that we love, because something could happen, you don't know what could happen, and you could not be able to stitch anymore, or you know, there could be a tragedy and you may leave the world sooner than what you thought and miss out on stitching all of the things. So it's kind of like the same concept as, you know, don't keep the good wine for a special occasion, you should drink it today. Or, you know, don't keep your good perfume for a special occasion, you should enjoy it every day. So kind of the same concept. So I'm still going to stitch all the things, but I'm not going to necessarily start them on the first of every month or on the specific days that I said I was going to start them, with the exception of one thing that I'll talk about in a minute. So I am going to just kind of focus on kitting things up, and some things are already kits that came as a kit, so those are basically ready to go. But I'm gonna focus on kitting things up and buying the patterns that I need. And when something's kitted up and ready to go, I might just start it, and that's okay. So yeah, that's what I'm doing about that, and I think I will be much happier. I just can't. I wanted to be like all of you guys and have all these wonderful plans and all these great things, but I'm just not built that way. The rest of my life is that way, is very structured, very organized, very methodical, and my cross stitch needs to be fun. It's kind of my outlet, and kind of my way to let loose or whatever. I feel like an old woman, but yeah, so that's the deal on that. But that said, I have a couple of new starts. So I jumped on the Aussie Friends bandwagon, and I didn't pull the chart, one, because it's on my magnet board, but two, because there's not a cover sheet, it's just the actual chart, and I'm not sure, even though it's free, I'm not sure what the rules are about sharing that. If any of you know and you want to comment below and tell me what the rule is, that'd be awesome for next time. But yeah, so I don't have the actual chart to show you, but you can go to, if you want to do this, you can go to Sassy Jack's Stitchery and you can download it for free too. And it's just a little teeny tiny one. It's like 4 by 4. So I'm not using my light today. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. But yeah, so that's how far I got. I'm really liking this. It worked out perfectly. I wasn't going to stitch it because I didn't want to have to buy anything extra, but I did want to stitch it because if you stitch it and you get it finished and post a finished picture and tag it, or I don't know, the rules are on Sassy Jack's website, but if you do all of the things by February 29th, then Sassy Jack Stitchery is making a financial donation for each finish to a charitable organization that is helping with the Australia bushfires. So it's an important thing. And so I decided I was going to do it. Because I was looking at it and I was like, what am I going to do with that when it's finished, you know? But it's got a kangaroo and a koala on it. It's cute, but what am I going to do with it? And then I watched Janet Jabber's newest video, and she made hers into an adorable little pillow. So that's what I'm going to do too. I'm kind of stealing her idea on that, and I'm going to make it into a pillow. Plus, also because you see how close to the edge I am there? I cut this, stupid cat. I cut this really close. So it turns out I had everything in stash to do this, The fabric came from there was like an extra little piece of fabric in my Winnings from 2 Martini Stitcher that's pretty close to the perfect size. And then I actually had every color of floss in my stash, which is unusual. So yeah, so I started that last night and I already got pretty far. So pretty happy with that. And then I also started Laqua's stocking that was supposed to be a February start, if you remember. But I'd ordered the pattern and the fabric, and it came, and I only needed a couple colors of floss. So, you know what? I'm going to take this cat off the table so the thing stops shaking. Please hold. I'm back. Sorry. Okay. So, it was supposed to be a February start. I had everything. I only needed like 4 colors of floss, like I said. So I got those, and I thought, you know what? I just want to start this. I had never stitched on Lugana fabric before. It called for special flosses. If you remember in last week's video, I had asked about the special flosses. I decided just to do regular DMC, 2 strands, 2/2. And I just wanted to see what it was going to look like. I didn't want to wait until February 1st. So I started it. So this is the pattern. It's called Charlotte Stacking by Shepherd's Bush Designs. And this will be for Laqua. And this is how far I got. I just kind of started on the bottom of the dress. And I am loving it. And you know what? I'm sure it'd be beautiful with a special floss, but I really love it just with DMC floss too. It really looks nice, and I love stitching on this fabric, you guys. Oh, it's so wonderful. It's so nice. So, so yeah, so I started that. I kind of worked on it the first day. I haven't touched it again, but I started it, so that felt good. And so, did I say that that's 28 count new Khaki Lugana? It is. And I think it's just by Zweigert. And then, so on to whips. So this apparently was the week of the sale. So I first, because I wanted to just kind of knock out some things that I knew I could finish and not worry about again for a while. So first I finished the whole outline for the Granny Square temperature chart. This is by Carolyn Manning Designs, and I'm just doing this on 22 count Aida. So I finished the whole outline, and the original pattern only has space for 365 days, and it's leap year this year, so we needed to add an extra day. And so I modified the bottom. So I don't remember what the original looked like, but I made mine look different on the bottom to allow for that extra day. And I've been filling in all the days. I'm up to date. It's still, temperatures have been warmer than usual for the most part. We did get down in the 20s for a couple of days this week, which we haven't done a lot this year. So I'm not going to say it was nice because it wasn't. And we got so much snow last weekend, you guys. We got 10 inches of snow at our house. It's crazy. And so it's been slowly melting all week. And now it's back up into the high 30s today and yesterday. And I think for the foreseeable future. But so it's raining right now. So like I said earlier, it's making a mess outside. So the second one is I am doing the Linen and Threads mystery sampler sale. And I was really probably 3/4 done with the January drop. So I just wanted to get that done because it'll be, you know, I got it a couple weeks, a week, before the February will drop. And you know what? When February drops, I'll probably just knock that one out right away too, because if I do that every single month, then I'll actually have a finish this year besides the little ones that I've done. So anyway, this is that, and this is also free. You can download it from Linen and Threads, and their previous years are out there too, which I also downloaded and saved for a later date. But yeah, so it drops the first of every month. You can get the update. And this is, whoops, how far I've gotten. So, whoops, I'm a mess today. Yeah. No. Goes this way. Okay. Now that I got my shit together. So here it is. This is the January portion, and I am doing this all in DMC 924. It's kind of a, I don't know if you can see it real well on there. Like I said, I'm not using the light because it's light outside still, so I was trying to not to have to deal with getting it out. But it's like a deep green, gray kind of a color. But I love it. And this is just 22 count Aida also. I love it. And it stitches so fast. Like I said, I was about 3/4 of the way done, and I'd worked on it a couple of times before, but I think I finished that in maybe 2 nights, so maybe 3 hours tops. I finished that, so that was good. And then the last one is I'm also doing the Suffrage Act sale, and that is by Little House Needleworks. Does this? And maybe if I smile, it can be my screenshot. But it won't be. They'll pick one where I look ridiculous. So this is how far I got on that. And this is 22 count tea-dyed Aida, that I tea-dyed. And I'm using DMC Conversion. So that's how far I am. I'm really loving this. I love working on it. It's a lot of fun. So my goal on this, before I put it away, is I want to try to get all the words done across the top. See how it goes and how long it takes. It's been taking about a ½ hour per letter, I think, ish. So we'll see how long it takes. If I get tired of it, then I'll pull something else out. And then this needle minder that's on there is one that my husband made. So this is what, I don't know if, it's kind of dark. I don't know if you'll be able to see it really well, but that is it. There's like a tree in there. It's green. So he has been making those mostly just for me, because I was complaining because I only had one needle minder, so it's kind of a pain. So he went and got some heavy duty magnets at the hardware store and just started making needle minders for me because he's awesome like that. So yeah, so those are all my whips. Like I said, I'm gonna have a lot fewer now. So the only 3 things that I worked on, well, 4, because I started the, I guess 5. When did I start LaCroix stocking that? I feel like I started that before we talked last week. And maybe I just didn't show you guys. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. But so for my plans for this week, we'll see how it goes with getting the words done on the Suffrage Act proclaimed. And then I'd like to pull out F is for Friend again. That one is being done on linen, and it's the first time I'm stitching on linen. I didn't like it at all at first, but the more I stitch on it, the more I really like it, and it really looks beautiful. I love how it looks. So I want to pull that out, and I want to get, I should have pulled it to show you guys, but there's like a bottom part that the little people are just kind of standing on, and inside of it, it says F is for Friend. It looks kind of like a funky little vase thing. I want to get that part done on that, and then I'll put that away, and then I want to pull out Persia, and I'm really close to being done with a whole page on Persia. I just want to finish that page, and then I'll move on to something else. I'm not sure what yet. We'll see how I feel, but so yeah, I think that's all I have really. I don't really have a lot of life update. It's been just kind of same old thing. Work's been really busy. Kids have been good. Husband's good. Animals are a pain in the ass. As you've seen. Yuri's ear infection is gone. Hallelujah. And he was able to go to the groomer today, and he's in the living room right now, gnawing on his reward bone for dealing with all of that. Oh, and so here in Grand Rapids, we are having Winterfest. It's going on until, I don't know when it started, but it's going until the end of February, I think. And they just have all kinds of different outside things going on downtown. We wanted to go down. They have, I think they're calling it Prismatica, maybe, but they have these giant prisms that are, it's interactive. It's kind of set up in the parking lot where we do our outside movies in the summertime, movies in the park. But they're these giant prisms and you can move them. I think they make different sounds and they're different colors. We kind of wanted to do that tonight, but it's outside and it's been raining, so I don't know if we're gonna do that or not. We might just stay home and eat nachos. But they're also having downtown our very first Lunar New Year celebration, or festival. So that'll be fun. I kind of want to do that tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. I'm not sure what all they'll have, but I did hear something about food trucks, and I love a food truck. So yeah, so that might be fun tomorrow. But yeah, so I'm gonna let you go. This video is already getting longer than I intended because I just keep talking and talking about nothing. So you guys have a great weekend, a fantastic week. Keep it fresh, and I love you guys.